Hello everyone, this is your DJ for life, and today we are visiting the Devil's Tower here in Wyoming. I made the trip here this morning from Cody, Wyoming. It's about a 5.5 hour drive, and I was here a couple years ago. Wasn't really quite prepared because I didn't really know what to expect when coming here, but now that I know what to expect, I am going to go on the trail. There's a couple different trails that you can take. One of them is about 1.5 miles, and another one is about a little over 2 miles, or actually I think it's closer to 3 here. Let's take a look quick at what the options are, and I don't know which one I'll have yet, but we have the Tower Trail here, and then that one, it says it's about 1.3 miles, and then the Red Bed Trail, and that one is about 2.8 miles. So that one is about 3 miles. A little bit more challenging than the other one, but might be worth it. Last time I was here, I think I took the shorter trail just because I wasn't prepared, and I also had a little water with me. But today I'm a lot more prepared. I have a backpack, and yeah, we'll get to see it along the way. So this is the beginning of the trails that are here at Devil's Tower. It says how the tower came to be, saying American Indians know many oral traditions and sacred stories about how the tower formed. Different tribes had said that the tower kept growing tall to help people escape bears, which once lived in the region. And as you can see there, there's a bear climbing the big Devil's Tower with the Native Americans at the top throwing arrows at it, or shooting arrows. I hope they're not just throwing the arrows. And then there's also an eagle, if you can kind of see, just having fun, flying around and minding its own business. So let's see what else they have. They have the Bear Lodge. Says the dozens of tribes that have connections to Devil's Tower have many names for it. Several call it Bear Lodge for the many grizzly and black bears that lived here. And the name Devil's Tower originated in 1875 during a scientific expedition to the Black Hills. And there are people that actually do climb the tower. That would actually be pretty fun. I haven't ever done anything like that, but it would be something that I'd be interested in trying. It says there's more than 200 routes of varying levels of difficulty, with names like Rangers Are People Too, California Dreaming, Let Me Go Wild, and Mystery Express. So quite a few options here that you can have. There's thousands of people that climb it each year. And then exploring the tower. Engage your senses. It says, as you explore the tower, stay alert for interesting smells, sounds, textures, and sights. Try noticing where the air is warmer and cooler. Imagine what it might be like in some other season. And we all come in wonder. So a lot of people come to this, probably thousands of people a day during tourist season come and visit this place. So let's go ahead and take a look around. So here's a little mini sculpture of it. Devil's Tower, Bear Lodge, is 867 feet and formed about 50 to 60 million years ago. And here is just one shot of Devil's Tower. Trees are in the way. Of course, we'll be getting some better footage as we go. And right here is where you can make the choice if you want to do a 2.8 mile unpaved loop. Trail returns you to the parking lot, or if you want to do the tower trail 1.3 mile loop. That one, my guess, is a lot more popular because it's shorter. It's paved and probably more kid friendly as well. So if we have time, we might do both of them. Right now, I think we will we'll do the shorter one and then hopefully have some time for the other one later on. So, all right, let's go take a look. All right, and here's another little information center about the Tower Trail. Give some information on it. It says you may notice American Indian prayer clothes attached to the trees, or cloths attached to the trees. Please do not touch or remove them. Tells you some things that you can bring, or what they recommend to bring here. Oh, and then just some information about reaching the tower if you end up wanting to go climbing the whole thing, which I think you need a special permit to do in order to like do it legally, so to say. There's squirrels in sight. It says most animals avoid you, but may see or hear bold red squirrels in the ponderosa pine forest. And then some other information on the trail, which we kind of already saw here. So, and then a little map along the way here. And here's a little bit better view of the Devil's Tower. And as we continue, I'll try and get some more pictures. And if I can, I'll get some video of this at night or in the morning with the sunrise and sunset. Hopefully it's not going to be too smoky like it has been lately, but we'll try and get some of that footage. And here is a sign where they do tell you climbers must register. Climbing or scrambling above the boulder field requires registration. Failure to register is punishable by law. Hikers on trail do not need to register. And here is where they kind of show the line that you can't cross above the boulder field, which is way up there. So there's still quite a bit that you can go up if you're adventurous enough. And again, here is a good view of the actual tower. If I see anyone along the way that's actually climbing, I'll try and get see if I can get footage of people climbing it. But you can see here, yeah, quite a bit that you can climb up. And then over here, we have another information center of how did the tower form. The process began about 50 million years ago. Magma or molten rock was injected into layers of sediment, or layers of sedimentary rock, forming the tower 1.5 miles below the Earth's surface. And over millions of years, it eroded away and exposing the tower that we see today. So crazy to think that millions and millions of years ago that this was below the Earth's surface. And now it stands tall with legends all around it. So down here you can see what is now ranch land, and it used to have herds of bison that would go through this area, and they're hunted to near extinction. And so now it is ranch land and been passed down to families throughout the generations. And it's an amazing view. I don't see any cattle or anything down there right now, but it is definitely an amazing view. Alright, and here is a sign kind of describing how the base is sculpted. It says, in the valley below, the Belle Fourche River snakes slowly around the red sandstone cliffs of the Black Hills, The river looks calm and serene, and this might deceive you. Some geologists say it was a mighty current millions of years ago, flooding the valley after spring rains. And I'm not sure where that picture was necessarily taken down there, but definitely a good picture of the reflection. And here's another view of the Devil's Tower. Kind of looks the same so far, but I know on the backside it has a little bit different landscape here. And as you can see here, as we walk through, there are burnt trees from forest fire or getting struck by lightning. And they do say that forest fires can actually be a good thing in that they help with seeding some of the landscape that isn't seeded during normal processes. And so with the fire, it opens up the seeds and allows them to germinate and grow. Alright, and as you can see here, there are some people climbing today. There are actually two people, probably for sure be able to see the one in like an orange or a pink type shirt. At least from here it looks kind of pink, but it's probably possibly orange. And then right below that, or a little bit below that, there is another person that is climbing on the Devil's Tower here. Not sure how long it takes to climb. I mean, probably at least minimum a few hours here. But that's some information that I'll try and look up and see if I can find out kind of what the average hike would be. That definitely would be pretty cool to go up and see the view from way up there. Maybe one day I'll try and get a video of that. Another kind of cool thing here as we go through, and I mean this doesn't happen just here obviously, but it's just kind of cool to see the trees arch like that, you know, bending towards the light source and being able to still be up and not topple over here. Alright, and here is that lookout. If you can see, there's the traffic down there. I believe that is, let's see, what turnoff would that be? I guess I'm not really sure which turnoff that is. It's one of those to come here. If I was a little better at this area, I'd know which road that is. It does look familiar, as when I came here, I think I passed some of that, but I could also be wrong. What a great view. And then if you see down there, a little bit, you can see there's the river that goes through. And some more vegetation area, which I don't know if I've pointed out these signs here. It says the revegetation area. They definitely want you to stay off of that, so that way things have a chance to grow. And then here's another little bit of information. Daredevil stunt. After landing a parachute atop the tower, George Hopkins watched his 1,000-foot long descent rope fall out of reach. It was his only way down. Stuck and afraid to fall asleep on the summit, Hopkins paced in the gusty October wind while rescue plans hatched below. Goodyear blimp? No. Navy helicopter? Only a technical climber would do. Over 7,000 spectators gazed upward during the 6-day ordeal in 1941 as climber Jack Durrance and his team brought Hopkins down to safety. And there is a picture here of George Hopkins atop the Devil's Tower. So one thing that they tell you to look for on the trail is varying temperatures. And in this spot, it's actually not too bad, but a little bit in front of us here, it cooled down quite a bit, and it's not maybe necessarily just due to the shade, but possibly the different air currents going through here. So this also is a spot where a lot of people are looking, because where I was recording the people climbing up the tower, you can see them a little bit better from here. It's actually not too much further, but still a little bit better view. And they're still in about the same spot for about the last 20-25 minutes or so. But we're all looking along and cheering them on. So hopefully they get to where they wanted to today and don't have to turn around. Okay, so before I wasn't quite sure where that road came into, and actually this really isn't too far away. You might not, you can see it very far in the distance. There's that white billboard, and then over this way is where you kind of come in, and currently you have to pay as you're going out. You don't pay as you're coming in. I know a couple years ago when I was here, you would pay when you came in, but same thing, just on the way out, kind of controls the flow of traffic here. But that road there is the one that leads right up to where you come in. They have a campground down there. They also have, I think, a bar and like a restaurant down there as well. And on the way out too, we'll try and get some video of it, but there are these little prairie dogs that you can see. So hopefully they're going to be out, and I'm not sure if they like it when it's real sunny or if they like it when it's cooler. Either way, I think I'll try and come here closer to the evening, see if I can get some good sunset pictures and video, and maybe if we'll see if I get up early enough tomorrow and get some sunrise pictures or video. And here are some of the cloths that they talked about not to touch, and that might be hanging around on the trees as you go through the park, or, well, the trail on the monument here. This trail isn't too bad. It has a few hills that get me a little out of breath, but for the most part, pretty easy trail so far. And I do like the views here with, you know, the different trees. Some are burnt, some are, as you can tell, living and thriving. And that one looks like it's giving that other tree a little nudge. Well, hey, you got this, buddy. And make sure you take a look at all these throughout the park. There are quite a few that I didn't stop by or anything, but as you go through, there's different stops where you can learn about the different aspects here. It says this one here, Devil's Tower is composed of symmetrical columns which are the tallest. Some are more than 600 feet and the widest, 10 to 20 feet in the world. It says, along this trail, columns lie toppled among pine trees. Notice the shape of the columns. There are 4, 5, 6, and 7-sided. So, something to look for as you go through and look at the different parts of the Devil's Tower here. And here we are on a nice little quiet part of the trail, and you can see another cloth hanging from the tree right there. And the forest out in the distance. Hey. See all the trees there hit by lightning. Lightning hits this area quite a few times. Hey. Good. How are you?
Doing great.
Good. All right. And here we are at one of the best views of Devil's Tower, in my opinion, as you're going on the trail. And if you can see, it is right behind you. Get a clear view of Devil's Tower, and it's definitely a nice day for it. So hopefully you get a chance when you come out and check out this spot. It's near the end of the trail, or the beginning, depending on which way you're going, but it juts out and gives you a nice clear view here of the tower. Alright, so there you have it, guys. This was our tour around Devil's Tower. We are back at the beginning here where we started, and well, obviously if it's at the beginning where we started, one of those redundant things. And hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you get a chance to check it out on your own sometime, that'd be pretty amazing.
It's awesome!
It is. User review, it's awesome. And if you can see it at night with the sunset, or if you can see it in the morning with the sunrise, depending on if you're an early riser or a night owl. But check out some of my other videos. I went to Concordia, Kansas and did some videos there, and not sure when it will be published, but I have a video of the Buffalo Bill Center of the West in Cody, Wyoming there. And I hope that you enjoyed this adventure and join me for some more. And over here on the way out, this is the road that, well, I'm currently taking on the way out. You get a real good view of Devil's Tower here. And I think this will be the spot I want to go to for getting sunset pictures here. It looks like it'd be a good spot. Won't have to worry about hiking through all the stuff again, but we'll see. Maybe if I'm ambitious tonight, I'll go all the way through again and hike that trail. Over here is where you can see the little prairie dogs. We got a couple of them here right now. They do advise not to feed the prairie dogs for obvious reasons. You don't want them to become dependent on humans for food. Want them to be able to kind of live their natural life. And I don't know if we can see. There's another one over there. I was trying to see if there would be one that would be coming out of their little home there that they have. But we got these little guys here. Even in the distance, I mean, there's a few, but none of them are just peeking their little heads out of their little house. That one looks like he might be going, I don't know if that's a little hole on the side there. Looks like he might be going home. That guy's eating. And just a view of what you have on the road out from Devil's Tower.